Hello and welcome to Through the Darkest of Times. We are actually going to be playing a game that focuses on the resistance within Germany during World War II, guys. I'm not sure if the intro itself plays once the new game begins, so I'm going to let you guys watch it now. It's, for me, one of the best intros to an actual game I've seen, and we get to play a game where we get to play as the resistance. This is pretty cool. Let's take a look.
I remember when Adolf Hitler was appointed Chancellor in 1933, the masses cheered. But we were not among them. We knew that the times would be bad now. We knew that the Nazi threats were not empty. That those people meant what they said. We had to do something. We couldn't just stay silent. But we also knew that it can cost us our heads.
All right, beautiful guys. So let's jump in here. Now, there's two different game modes you can do. You can actually do a resistance mode, which is really more strategic, more challenging, or you can do the story mode if you just want to see the game's story. And I would recommend, even if you do want to go through the resistance mode, check out the story. This game has a really fascinating one. I think it's pretty cool. But in this case, we're going to jump into resistance here, and we actually get to create our own character. We can pick our own political ideology. We could be social democrats, communists, etc. I absolutely love it. Now, I'm going to keep the tutorial active because I'm very, very new to the game, and let's go ahead and do it. So, Catholic conservative, that's definitely not me. Let's do a new character, a social democrat. Now, that seems more like myself. If I really wanted to go full red, I'd probably lose half the subscribers here. So let's stay with the social democrats. How about that? And I'll give myself really how I look in real life, as close to how I look in real life. I get a big old beard here. No, I don't have that. Maybe a potois mustache. I don't, but we're gonna make it work. I also don't wear glasses, but once again, I've got to look properly resistance-like, right? And I think I would probably have some sort of beret here to cover my head. So we are Levi Seligman. Let's get into the resistance, folks, and let's see if we can't save Germany from Nazi tyranny. It is certain that today, every honest German is ashamed of their government. All right, Chapter 1, the Seizure of Power. We need to try and stop the regime. The first part here, guys, in the game itself. So this is, of course, when Hitler becomes Chancellor of Germany. And, of course, the Night of the Long Knives soon to happen afterwards to really just start killing all resistance to the Nazi Party. So we have to risk our lives, guys, to try and stop this atrocity. Of course, we're going to lose morale because Hitler has become Chancellor. And, of course, the Stutzbataillon, I think the SA, the brown shirts, are marching here. So we're going to go ahead and move forward. When I enter our secret meeting place, I hear Christa Hoffmann say, "They made him Chancellor, Hitler. This is a disaster. How could President Hindenburg appoint him?" I'm going to say we knew this would happen. I'm a pretty pessimistic kind of guy, and especially politically, I tend to always assume the worst. So we need to convince more people to support our cause before we draw any attention to ourselves. They're just waiting for a reason to have people like us arrested. Don't you think so too? I think we need to act fast, and the reason being, if we go around asking for supporters, who knows? They could be, Nazi Party spies, and then suddenly they turn us in. So we need to act fast here. We're 3 people against an entire state. That's insane. We need a bigger network first, says Christa. People will learn about us from our actions. I agree. I think it's important to have a small network initially. And what do we want to do? Our most important task. Helping the persecuted will come later. We can't really focus on helping the persecuted right now, unfortunately. Finding the truth and spreading the word is important, and so is fighting the regime, but I think finding the truth and spreading the word is really the most important thing. Sort of like the White Rose Society that actually existed. Maybe we don't start with violence, we just start with trying to get some propaganda out there. We can't prove it yet. We need documentation. And of course now we've got a map here to plan missions. We've also got the newspaper, the daily newspaper. Just love the art touches here, and of course your character represented right there. So we're now on the mission planning screen, and pretty much we can plan our missions, we can, set them up with certain items, etc., and decide what supporters are going to go there. That we can see Krista Hoffman is a metal worker, a social democrat. She's got a number of different skills, empathy, propaganda, etc. And of course, we want to try and use specific skills tailored to specific missions here. Now, she's an anarchist, Louise Newberg. I didn't realize I could take anarchist. That's pretty cool. I've got the old social democrat, the red rose. But let's see. With Levi Saligman, he's pretty good too, but she's excellent at secrecy and empathy. Let's take a look. So we can talk to the workers here, which the risk is very low. Over here, we've got collect donations. The risk is also very low in Kreuzberg. And finding a new member, the risk is very low. I think each one of us can do one of these missions. So let's see if we can go ahead and drop them. So we assign members by dragging them in. Members with suitable skills improve chances of success. Adding in optional items can improve the mission's outcome or help your members get out safely if something goes wrong. That's good to know. So Fred Maus, a worker and supporter of the group, wants to introduce us to some of his co-workers. Alright guys, so we could also send an additional person. Maybe for our first mission, we should send the girls. That pretty much gets our preparation at perfect, although we still have a danger level here. They've got some marks with them, a bicycle, and some intel. So mission inventory, maybe we can give them a bicycle to travel a bit faster. It's going to lower the danger. But you know what? I think these girls can handle it on their own. Let's hope so. Let's confirm. And as for Levi Seligman, myself, I am actually going to look for a new resistance member. Hopefully we don't pick up some Nazi spy. We've got to find some candidates here. I'm going to make sure Levi has a bicycle. I'm even going to get him some Reichsmarks here. And intel. Let's bring the intel. No, the intel will keep back here. That actually increases our danger. So let's confirm. All right, guys. Let's execute these missions. Fingers crossed. Hopefully the Germans don't capture our resistance members. You bet, I'm sure. All right, 5 people are still supporting us. Our supporters donated 2 marks to the group. It's not a lot. 2 marks is a pretty small amount of cash. Louise Newberg meets with co-workers of our supporter in Kreuzberg and talks to them to see if someone would be willing to help us. Turns out there are still people not happy about the regime and willing to do something about it. Okay, so 8 more supporters, guys. And of course, these are not actually resistance members, but they are supporters that will help our network. So we've talked to dedicated supporters. And let's see which one of them we want to join the group. So we actually get to decide which of these will join the group. Fred Maus, Rosalind Maus, or Heidi Trecker. I'm just taking a look at their skills here. Both Fred and Rosalind are very, very good at speech. Although Rosalind is slightly better here in terms of empathy. So I'm starting to think she's going to be the best choice, although he is very good at secrecy, and he's also a dentist. He's well respected here. Let's confirm Fred Maus as our new resistance member. It's already dark as I ride home on my bike. The streets are empty, and an ice-cold wind sneaks its way through my scarf. I'm going to say I pedal harder. I reach an empty Alexanderplatz. In the distance, I can see a group of men ganging up on someone, shouting at him. We could try and help this man. It's probably a group of SA beating him up, but I'm not sure it's really our place right now. Let's try and cycle around. Yep, there are 3 men all wearing the brown shirts and swastika armbands of the SA. They're surrounding a civilian. My goodness. We're going to turn around and ride home. We don't have anything we can do here. We don't have a pistol. We don't have a weapon. We can't help him. It's a terrible feeling, but we got to get the heck out of here. All right, there we go, guys. So, public beating that we saw we didn't do anything about, but it is what it is. So, let's continue forward. Parliament has been dissolved by Hitler. He's taken complete control as Chancellor, and of course, just instituted total domination of the party. Why didn't you help that man at Alexanderplatz? I mean, I'm going to say we need to keep a low profile, and I think it's true. How are we going to build a resistance group if we're immediately, helping people left and right? What's the point of all this if we don't help people? We can't help everyone. That's just the brutal truth of something like this, I think. All right, once again, let's go for another mission, my friends. And supporters are the backbone of the resistance. They provide you with new funds, information, and new mission opportunities. Interesting. So, we can gain new supporters, etc. But I think right now, we need to keep on talking to the workers. Let's take a look here. We could buy paper. I don't see why that would be such a difficult mission. There's also unknown missions here, but I don't think I want to go for the unknown missions yet. Produce leaflets manually. That's definitely something we need to start doing. Let's start producing some leaflets, and I'll actually have our new friend here, Fred Mouse, do it. Printer Heinrich Epstein stole a printing roll from his workplace and donated it to us. Thank you, Heinrich. All right, very cool, guys. This looks something I'm good at. The Nazis have no idea I exist. I'm under their radar. Perfect. So what's this? Missing stack of paper. No, so we really do need the paper. I understand. Okay, that was another mission, actually, right there, which is buy paper. So let's actually send Fred to go and buy some paper here. Okay, Fred, I think you'll be okay. I don't think he needs anything with him. Although preparation is pretty low, so I'm going to send him with some... Actually, he's got some Reichsmarks on him. Let's give him a bicycle. Although I don't think he really needs it. Maybe we should send 2 people on this mission. I'm going to send Krista as well. I just don't feel too safe here. So there we go, 2 of them going that way. We're going to collect some donations from Kreuzberg. And for this, I'm going to use Levi. He's pretty good at collecting these donations. We'll confirm. And maybe we can do just one more mission, which would be trying to find a new member with Luis Neuberg. We need some Reichsmarks, though, to do it. So I'm not going to be doing that this turn. Probably have to wait until we get some Reichsmarks. Hopefully we manage to actually get quite a few, but we can at least talk to the workers. Could give her some Reichsmarks to make this a bit easier, but it's actually not going to do much, so let's just confirm. And let's end the planning here. Fingers crossed once again, folks. I meet my old friend Gunther at a pub. We have been in the same Social Democratic Party chapter for years, but Gunther eventually moved for a new job, and we haven't seen each other in a long time. It's great to see him again. Levi, good to see you, he says when I enter. Good to see you, Gunther. How are you doing? I ask him. I'm doing fine. Heck, I'd even say I'm doing great. I work in an office now. Me, an office. Can you imagine? How are things for you, Levi? I don't know if I can trust this guy, but he is, he is a fellow worker. I'm gonna say not good. Takes a slow sip, gives me a serious look. What are you thinking? I imagine you don't like what is happening in our country right now, and 6 months ago I felt the same way, but today I believe Hitler is the best thing that could have happened to Germany. Oh my goodness. But you were a Social Democrat. Exactly, and I support Hitler for the same reason I supported the Social Democrats. You and I have been Social Democrats for many years. Why? Why did we support the party, asked Gunther. I'm gonna say for jobs and fair pay. Definitely. Same reason for me, and now look at the country. Hitler's taking care of the German workers better. You can't be serious. Our friend has lost his mind. Oh, man. I'm gonna say, aren't you forgetting something? Not if you're Jewish. Then you're not, I reply, or gypsy, or disabled, or black. The all-inclusive Volksgemeinschaft. You refer to excludes a lot of people, don't you think, I say? Maybe it's right to exclude them, says Gunther. Wow, I'm gonna say, what happened to you? For the poorest and the weakest. Isn't that the point? To fight injustice and create a better life for everyone? When did you decide that only certain people deserve justice? No, really, what happened to you? You're a dreamer, says Gunther. You always have been. That's what I like so much about you, but you should dream the true dream and join us. I'm gonna say, tell me you aren't. Oh my goodness, he's a member of the Nazi party. I am gonna say, no thank you. I don't want to make it completely obvious that I'm disgusted. We could either leave him behind or stay in touch. I am going to stay in touch. Again, I want to keep a low profile. So I'm going to keep this guy as a friend. Who knows? He could even get us out of a situation if we're arrested. He could let them know that, no, this is a good guy. He wouldn't do that to the party. Absolutely crazy. All right, picks us up in Kreuzberg. And we did get some paper, guys. So we can actually start producing some leaflets. And Luis Neuberg meets with co-workers of our supporter. And let's see if some people are going to join us as supporters. Beautiful. And finally, let's see if we can get some money. We actually did get some Reichsmarks. Really nice. 22. Not bad at all. Now, the moral decline is still dropping quite a bit. We need to keep on doing missions. Just keep on trying to, I guess, increase the relevance here of our organization. Let's see if we can start producing those papers, and yes, we can. That's pretty cool. I'm actually going to give him a bike. Maybe not a bike. Maybe some Reichsmarks. Let's see if a bicycle will actually lower danger. It will. So I'm going to give Fred Mouse a bicycle. Collecting donations from Kreuzberg. We do need donations. We also need to keep on buying paper. Oh, that's very dangerous. Wow. We need to get paper, though. So we're going to send the girls to grab some paper. Let's confirm that. And I think we've got to keep collecting donations, but I'd really like to find a new member. I wonder if we can try to go there. We're going to need some Reich marks. So for now, what we should try to do is just keep on raising money. Again, Levi's been pretty good at raising money here, so let's send him here. And we'll confirm. Not a lot from our supporters, I have to say. I expected a whole lot more. Now let's see if we manage to buy some paper, and not bad. 3 additional pieces of paper. Also, we're producing our first leaflets. He's writing and printing leaflets all night long. 2 leaflets that we can probably distribute here. And a few Reichsmarks as well. Not too bad. So the loss here is getting lower and lower. And hopefully, eventually here, we can get some really good revenge on the Germans. Louise Newberg tells me that she despises Christa Hoffmann. She's a social democrat. Her views don't do the group any good. We would be much better off without her. So this is amazing. You can actually exclude certain political groups from your resistance movement. You can make it an only communist resistance movement, or only anarchist resistance movement, etc. But I'm just going to say both should stay. I don't want any of them leaving. Let's jump into those missions, and it looks like we've got a new one here. Meeting a friend to find if he'd be willing to support us. I think that would be a pretty interesting idea, and the danger doesn't seem very high, so I'm sending Levi out to meet a friend. And also, we've got to find that new member. Hopefully, we've got the money for it. We do indeed. So let's send Fred Maus. We'll also send Christa Hoffmann, and we'll give them a bicycle just in case they get into trouble to lower the danger a little bit. In fact, I might send 3 here. That would just increase preparation, though. I think we'll be okay. Let's send Luis to start printing up some paper. Unfortunately, preparation is not great here. That's not going to help her either. No, let's cancel that. Let's just talk to the workers and get some additional supporters. And I wonder if we can hand out those leaflets. We certainly can, although it's going to slightly increase the danger here. Look at that. It's all the communists' fault. They have weakened democracy in the party. So Christa Hoffmann of the Social Democrats is not a fan of the communists. And that could, of course, cause problems with members that are communists. Let's go for it. Okay, Fred Maus talks to the supporters once again. Let's see if we got another member. Interesting. This would be one of our first communists, Gustav Sauer or Heinrich Epstein. We could also take Anna Epstein, just another social democrat. But I'm really looking at the skills here, and I have to say Gustav is the best. Welcome, comrade, to our group. Levi Seligman meets a friend who used to be critical of the Nazis to see if he might be up for helping us. The friend is still opposed to the regime and is eager to support us. Wow, interesting. Alright. The Reichstag is burning. The communists have burned down the Reichstag. Oh my goodness. We're going to take my time to get outside. For those of you that don't know, the Reichstag was probably burned down by Hitler himself. It is possible that a communist supporter did burn it down. A man was blamed for the crime. But this essentially gave Hitler all the authority he needed to take complete control. Wonder how this happened. Alright. What are we still doing here? Let's go out there and find out what happened. Let's join the group. Together we walk down the empty streets all the way to the Reichstag. The closer we get, the more intense the smell of smoke and fire gets. Soon it becomes hard to breathe. Let's pull my scarf over my nose. When we reach the bridge that leads to the Reichstag, we are stopped by a police patrol. Area closed, says the officer. Leave. Alright, it's late, and I decide to go home. Wonder what will come of this. Fascinating stuff, guys. Really fascinating stuff. Of course, now that the Reichstag is set ablaze, a number of things could occur. I have a new job, she continues. That job has me serving in the house of a Nazi officer. You're going to serve one of those pigs? Perhaps we can use this. I think that's a great thing. What if Louise uses this strategically? That's exactly what I'll do, says Louise. But we've got to be careful, because Louise could turn on us. We never know. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this first look here at the game. I absolutely love this game. I would love to play it some more. If you want a campaign, or if you just like the video, hit that like button and drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. I really am curious to hear your opinion. If you're new to the channel, you could definitely help us out by subscribing. We always are looking for new members. Not these kind of members. I won't have you go out and pass leaflets around, I promise. But hit that subscribe button or hit the join button if you want to become an actual member. And I'll catch you guys on the next video.